Alright. Feel good about this. Let's do this thing. Okay. Now, quick save. We'll teleport down. Remember, we have all the gear, all the items. That's important. Just as a quick reminder. Type. We have all those freaky deaky items that are the traveler stuff, right? So we have interview of the traveler, mug of the traveler. Where's the other one? Scribble of the weary traveler, and there's the diary of the traveler in here somewhere. Diary of the weary traveler. So we have all 4 things, one from each floor, including the 4th floor, which they are on. Then we beat them. If we beat them, they drop an item. So if you see them drop the next item, which has a little story hook to it, it'll be obvious from what I've been told. Then you will be fine. You know that you did what you're supposed to do. So it's around here somewhere. Okay. Where you at, you little doofus?
I do what I must.
Are you over here? Nope. You're over here, aren't you? Yeah, yeah. Okay. This is gonna be epic battle. Alright. First thing first. Since it's a quick fight, I don't worry about the fact that I'm buffing myself with buffs that are only gonna last like 10 minutes. That's not my concern. This fight ain't gonna last that long. So the real concern is stuff like haste. Did I pack enough diamond dust? Do it. Very nice. Alright, now let's grab ourselves some wings for me and for her. Okay, now I'm missing some stuff. Let's make sure that stuff is where it needs to be. Web spells up here. Solid choice. Haste, yes, it's there. Stone skin, yes, it's there. Okay, let's do it like that, though. Alright. So the only thing that's left for me is if I need more shield, like it wear off for some silly ass reason, like they strip it off of me, like dispel magic for some reason. I will activate extend meta magic round when we do haste, but that'll be at the very beginning of the fight.
I will see this through.
She will buff us with Shield of Faith. And she might as well do it to the whole damn team. Shield Lost, Drink the Potion, Shield Spell. We're just going down the list. Everything on here is at least a minute per caster level, so again, it'll be a solid buff for him. God's Grace. Make bombs awesome. Intelligence buff. Hard skin for yourself. Flare for yourself. Damage wise, do they do damage to us? Possibly fire, maybe electric. We're gonna find out. See Viz. Poison. Return. You know these guys need this. And that. Yourself shield spell. Get yourself your own blur. She has her own haste. Matter of fact, we'll use her haste first, but let's yeah, let's do that. Haste. Now, I saved beforehand because I don't know what I'm buffing for. So we're gonna actually just try to mug these bastards up in here instead of pulling them through the room. Animate dead, madam. There you go, guys. You like that? You got stuff for you to smack around. And they'll cast one of their Pillar of Fire spells on that mess, and I do not care. Eliza, you're coming over here and messing with these guys with your dire wolves. Oh, hell. Screwed it up already. Good job. We had the advantage for movement. See what I'm saying? Let's do a... oh, the web spell over here. They have wings too, but these guys do not. Jubilos. This is where the fun begins. Step over here, Sunshine. Shut that off because you missed horribly with your bombs. Otherwise, here's a diva. Can you knock him down? Oh, that's sexy. Now he was flat-footed, so there's that. But he's swinging at a solid 18. Oh, and his rapid shot was still being counted, so he's actually at a 20. So awesome. But that was nice for us. That's what we were looking for. Something to screw over these divas. That was the damage to us. Half of it divine, half fire. So we got lucky that we buffed for fire. Okay, I thought as much. I couldn't remember if it was electric or fire that they were swinging on us the last time. Okay, so these guys are here. Remember, this character has another wonderful feature in that she can literally summon skeletons again. These are not from a spell, so they don't neuter the other ones. These are the spell-like ability, so she can stack them. So now we have 2 different sets of skeletons out there just pissing me off. Nice. Just do it. Just do all of it. Beat them all down. Eliza. Your turn, you might as well do something of value. Here is a prayer spell. Buff and debuff. Remember, it has no choice but to affect them unless spell resistance takes a hold. Dora's turn. Alright. Might as well buff yourself up with some fire, I'm thinking. And let's do some charging in here. Who we dealing with? Who are you traveling? Solid, solid. Bomb boy, you know what to do. Matter of fact, we're putting that on autopilot so we don't accidentally forget. Boom. Reflex save. It's okay. Did solid damage. This guy's almost dead. Miss. I like seeing that. Okay. Time for a bone shatter. Let's see if this works. Oh, you know, let's take out that bone. Screw that. Solid damage for him. The main boss is almost dead already. Oof. Thank God we got some protections. Alright, your turn, madam. We never use that thing. Auto hit. Shall we try it? Yeah, buddy, it works. Dora. Do your charge up. Kill this guy. Oh, I was just kidding, but okay. And a solid hit on that dude for 19 damage. Rocking a 31 armor, we got a 15 to our swing. And that's a penalty for power attack being on and spell combat being on, so we're doing well. Okay, your turn's done. Jubilos. How close is this guy? Oh, this bomb should probably finish him off. Get him, Judy.
Use of my talents.
Oh, but enough to knock him down. That'll count. Nice. Proto, it's your turn, kid. Those are more the same. Pop that on Diva Boy here. And that's one of our problems down. So, I think we got this fight. Doesn't mean we need to be stupid about it, but the archers are pretty much toast. They're nothing fancy. They just take damage. Matter of fact, I could rush in there and help, but better than that, I could just start ripping on this diva over here. If I could overcome that damn spell resistance. He's dead. Dora's turn. Make some room.
This will hurt.
We do the intimidate check and that works. He should have been flat-footed for all that. He must be immune to the effect because we passed the intimidation check. See that? Remember, if you hit him with power attack on, I have Cornigan Smash, and then I also have Shatter Defenses. So with power attack on, which it is, I hit him. He took damage. Intimidation check worked. He should be scared of me. Oh, maybe he's immune to the fear slash effect. And he is a diva. That makes sense, I suppose. Jubilos, on the other hand, knows he's not immune to the bomb effect. Oh, force bombs. We need to get somebody over there to beat the hell out of that guy. We got some blind teammates, as you can see over here. I'm not sure who did that. But I'm not blind, it doesn't appear. So yay me. Proto, what can you do for us, hon? Just hit him with another one of those. Didn't overcome the spell resistance again, damn it. Oh, we got skeletons to jump on now, so. And enough of a distraction that I can probably move her in here now to have some fun. Let's circumvent this mess.
We shall overcome.
Dora, you leave him alone. Let's actually take out this
should have run!
I'm just going to straight up beat him. We'll get him on the next round. But I just wanted to make sure we didn't lose an opportunity to hurt him a little bit.
Primitives.
Boom. How's he doing for health? He is about dead. Yep. Oh no, yes, all those skeletons are in my face, and how dare they? I know, right? Those jerks. I'm going to beam this prick over here. Oh, man, really? Critical miss. Of course you did.
Attack!
Oh my god, that was nice. Come on over here, kid.
Strike!
Alright. Juby.
Will they
One more
ever
mount will do it.
learn?
Nope. Close enough. Proto.
Out of my way!
Skeleton. Oh, me. You gonna eat your face off. If they wasn't brick stupid. Alright. Eliza.
Strike
come over here.
as one. Do not hold back.
There we go. Alright. Kill the weary traveler. Now, loot the body. Note the stuff we just picked up. Okay. We're going to go by newest to oldest. Alright. So we got the Keen Rapier. Again, an awesome upgrade for any Sword Saint or Magus, that's a melee-based Magus, that can use a Rapier. Remember, I can't. I can equip it, as you, no, actually, I can't equip it. That's right, we don't even, a Sword Saint doesn't even get martial weapon proficiency, by the way. They just give them the weapon that they're skilled in, longsword in my case. But any other Magus, whether it's a true Magus or a Elder Scion, can use a Rapier. And a Keen Rapier obviously is the one that you'd want for a dex-based build. The Keen being the extra crit range, see the 15 to 20. Amazing crit range. The best crit range in the game. Plus one weapon. Solid upgrade. Notice the buckler, who cares. Notice the belt. Incredible dexterity plus 4. That's something that we'll definitely pass on to her. Yeah, that's an upgrade. I'll take that. And then the other belt, I can give that to like Jubiloth if he's using the con. Okay, now, last item. Shield of the Weary Traveler. Here's your magic thing. There are words, let's actually do right-click to info it so I can scroll up and down for it. These are the words scribbled on the inside of the shield. Remember who you are. This dungeon creates illusions of delight. In them, you are a divine emperor of the Fey world, and I don't judge you for enjoying this. But always, always come back. You are not a deity. You are Baal Zess, a boy from Apara. Remember how you ran naked from the dogs. Remember how you were preparing to confess your love to a girl when you accidentally blew up her pet turtle. Okay, it's a little weird. Remember what a fool you made of yourself before the academics in Kirmaga. You are not without fault. Remember who you are, or the illusions will devour you, just as they did that pathetic dragon who imagines himself the guardian and protector of this place. All he's ever done is feed heroes to the abyss. You must find a way back up and punch him in the silver snout for what he's done to you and so many others. You must find a way back up. Maybe not right now, but eventually. Do not forget. That's the clue. One for each boss. When you fight the last official boss, that's the spawn of Rivagug, or whatever the hell they call that deity. Complete prick fight, by the way. Then, from what I understand, you can fight the dragon upstairs, the silver dragon, because he's not what he thinks he is, and that's freaking cool. Okay, that's your first step in the right direction. You get that, you know you've done it right. All right. Now notice something else. We have a Lord Nature check, which we're not going to grab. Why? Because we're about to leave here. We have treasure here, so of course you want to check your room. Quick save, of course, I don't want to repeat that mess again. And nothing of any real value in there, just some potions and such, nothing fancy. Oh, L to make the web go away. Check the room. Remember, this is our last room, I believe. Unless we've missed a hidden one, but again, we've had all the items, so it doesn't matter. I mean, yes, it matters, but notice this now. A shroud of a swirling darkness blocks the path. It is surrounded by maddening voices, whispering, crackling, screaming incoherent phrases in unknown languages. So again, we're not allowed to go further down. And again, if you look at your journal, beneath the Stolen Lands, our descent was halted by a shroud of darkness. We must wait until it disperses. Boom. So again, until we hear the "hey, come on back" kind of speech, it'll pop up randomly, so keep an eye out for that, just in case you do miss it. You're basically done here. You'll come back, fight another 4 levels. Again, each level, make sure to get the magic item, the quote-unquote magic item that's necessary, and you'll be fine when you fight the boss if you have all 4 in your possession. When you do that, he or she, they, whatever, will drop again another item like this, which again tells the story. Now, having said that, we go upstairs, sell off our junk, head back to civilization. But before that, while we talk to the dragon, you can bring up to the dragon, "Hey, I saw this thing in his shield that says you're an evil prick. What do you got to say about that?" And the dragon just kind of scoffs it off as, "Oh, he's clearly delusional," or whatever, which we will do, because I don't know, that doesn't progress the story. Hopefully that doesn't mess us up, but it could. So again, again, you never know with games like this. They can totally just hose you and be like, "What did you do in telling the dragon that you know that he's an evil son of a bitch? You know he's waiting to kill your ass now." Quick save. Talk to the dragon. I've handled the weary traveler. He was a brave one. His mind so sharp and curious, his soul so noble. What a pathetic creature the cave turned him into. Well, his time of mockery and dishonor is finally at an end. The tired hero finally received what he came here for, deathly peace. I've encountered a strange obstacle in the caves. It is made of a swirling darkness. Do you know anything about it? What you describe seems like a palpable shroud of madness. Other heroes sometimes meet such obstacles. Alas, I know not how to pass it. However, the shroud is known to disperse over time. I would advise that you pause your descent for a while and wait. I found something in the dungeon that makes me doubt your sincerity. You see anxiety in the dragon's pearly eyes. You have the right to doubt, but be sure that my intentions are pure. I hide nothing from you. Tell me what you found, and I will clear away the doubts. Look at this shield. The weary traveler believed that you are just another victim of delusion, of self-delusion, much as he was. The dragon sighs loudly, filling the air with shivering cold. Look at his handwriting. Look at the large letters and exclamation points. By the message alone, it is clear. He was already losing his mind. It would seem that when his fantasies of divine greatness released his mind, he descended into paranoid delusion, and he imagined me the cause of all his troubles. Alas, his was an exceptional mind, but at the moment he was writing this, he was already incurably ill. Maybe I shouldn't have doubted you. Okay, thank you. I have to go. Actually, I forgot to sell him stuff. Supplies. Do that thing. Keep a nose. Boom. And where's that rapier? We'll give that to someone back home. Again, Reg could use that, by the way. Just because it's a finessable weapon doesn't mean he has to have high dexterity to use it. You can be a strength-based character and use a finessable weapon. Also notice that I have leveled up, which I was waiting for. Where's my paper? Let's do this. Level 11. Oh, it's so sexy. Now I get some real fun here. Superior Reflexes. This is the one that you really wanted on a sword saint. Remember how I've been bitching about how, we got flat-footed, we lost all our dodge bonus, called Candy Defense, which is this guy right over here. Our intelligence modifier and our level of sword saint, whichever is the lowest, is our Candy Defense number. We lose that on that first combat round if we get caught flat-footed. This doesn't necessarily mean we won't be flat-footed, but it's less likely. We now can add our intelligence modifier to our dexterity modifier to, wait. I'm thinking of something different. What the hell is this? Equal perfection. Where is that? Damage. I could have sworn Did we already get this thing that I'm thinking of? No, it's Perfect Strike, Fighter's Training. Critical hit confirmation. Oh, hell. We already had it all this time. Lightning draw. I'm thinking of something different, guys. My apologies. Superior reflexes. Okay, so this is the attacks of opportunity. Yeah. So just like dexterity, where you get attacks of opportunity, if you had combat reflexes, you could get for every point in dexterity bonus you had, you can get another attack of opportunity off in a combat round. Not against the same guy. You would attack of opportunity against him. His friend walks past you, well, you can do an attack of opportunity against him now. And his friend walks past you over here, another attack of opportunity off that guy. So again, it's helpful. I don't particularly care. And since I'm not grabbing combat reflexes, this is actually helpful in that I don't have to worry about his feet. But you could be a Ginsu chef like crazy, and the way to do it would be this. Get them all on you. Do something that makes them run away from you. The moment they break away from that 5-foot range from you, attack of opportunity. Normally you only get one. With combat reflexes, you can get more. With this, you can get more. So again, if everyone leaves that circle surrounding you in terror, let's say you did like Dreadful Carnage or Cornigan Smash and scared the shit out of them to the point where they fled, attack of opportunity against everyone running away from you. Slice their heads off. Just amazing. So again, helpful. It was not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking we had this guy. We already had it for a while now. But we do get a Magus Feat as well. So let's actually look up that. Skill rank. Again, push up the ones that we already knew we were going to push up. And I'm going to get a little use magic device now and Knowledge World again. Okay, what were we grabbing here at level 11? We already have the stuff that I wanted to make the fighter fight of this build. The stuff that's interesting to me, let's see if I can show it to you, is, where's it at? Penetrating Strike. This is one of those that no other Magus can get. Okay? Well, yeah, pure Magus. Sorry, you could do 12 levels of Fighter Dip or do some Eldritch Knight and get it. But for a pure Magus like I'm going for, the Sword Saint's the only one that's capable of getting this. Why? Because they need Fighter level 12. How do the other guys get their Fighter levels? Remember, they get this feat here, but they only get it at level 10. And when they get it, it's tells them that they basically can count their Magus levels as Fighter levels. They just divide it by 2. So a level 20 Magus will have 10 levels of Fighter. Notice it needs 12. I get it here at 7, and instead of it being cut in half, it just subtracts 3. So at level 20, I'm considered a level 17 Fighter, technically speaking, for purposes of feats requirements like this. So I can get this. The soonest I can get this is at 15, and you better believe that that's where it's probably showing up. But that's an amazing ability. Ignores 5 DR, period, right off the top. Just cut it off. If they have a DR of 5, they don't have it anymore. DR of 10, now they're down to 5. 15, they're down to 10. Amazing ability, and gets even better, because after getting that one, guess what opens up later? That's right. Greater Penetrating Strikes at level 16. That's at 19 for us. Remember, 19 minus 3 is 16. This is the last chance for me to grab something that's fighter related. This is another reason to want to go this build. Now, I have yet to decide that I want this one, because again, the 5 goes up to 10. That's amazing, don't get me wrong, but it's only helpful when there's damage reduction. So there's other stuff that I want. You know, Blind Fight, Arcane Strike, all kinds of other shit. So maybe, maybe not. Just saying, there are other things to think about. Now, I do want Greater Spell Focus Evocation. I know that much. I want to make sure my evocation spells, when I do cast ones that have a DC check, that they have a good DC check. So this is a solid choice for me. I don't have to grab that one. Other stuff is Meta Magics, and I can grab those here too. Where are we at? Meta Magics, like Empower, is an option. I could get Blind Fight, which is an option. Remember when we went blind the other day? We were swinging at a 50% chance to just straight up miss the guy because we're blind, but Blind Fight takes that penalty away. That's a solid upgrade. I could get 2-weapon fighting. Remember I talked about this? If I have that dagger in my other hand, I'm immune to now to nausea effect. I don't have to have delay poison on my character. I can cast Stinking Cloud at my feet and wield 2 weapons. My sword in one hand, dagger in the other. Magic dagger, obviously. And that dagger gives me a +3 to dodge. Remember, Dodges are bread and butter. It stacks with all other dodges, so that's a really nice upgrade for me. So I'm grabbing that 2-weapon fighting now, getting it out of the way. The only other thing that may convince me to drop something like the greater penetrating strikes is if I wanted to grab something like, let me show it to you, exotic weapon proficiency. Why? Because remember, I can't use any weapon unless I have training in it, right? So what weapon might I want from here? Remember, I'm 2-weapon wielding, but I'm married. A chosen weapon is longsword. That has to be in my main hand, so that's never going to change. But if I want something in my offhand, like the dagger, I already have the ability to do that. What about a sai or a kama? Those are light weapons, and that's to our benefit. You don't like those choices, again, you can look up in the game to see what kind of sais there are, what kind of commas there are. But this is a solid thing I had thought about. You can only pick one because the feats are just too tight. Nothing else smacks of something I want in here. But those are interesting. And again, not only for exotic weapon proficiency, let's actually go to martial weapon proficiency. Remember, I'm missing out on all kinds of things. There's stuff in here that I don't have access to because I don't have martial weapon proficiency. Now I can. See that? I could have a hand axe in my offhand. That's a light weapon. A kukri. Those are amazing, and there's a ton in the game. But the ones that are in the game that are cool, A, I usually give them to another teammate, and B, it's just damage. It's not that that's a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. Damage is awesome. Who doesn't want damage? But that's all they really bring to the table. The daggers bring me dodge. I have another dagger I can get that gives me initiative. I have another dagger that, again, you get the idea. Light hammer, there's only like one in the game. Same with light pick, there's nothing, as far as name was. There's that short sword, remember we showed you that in the other video. There's a decent short sword in there that just ignores DR, period. And again, if I wanted to have a kick-ass reason for getting rid of the greater penetrating strikes, remember that takes my DR penetration from 5 to 10. Or I could just equip, I don't know, that kick-ass all Slayer short sword, I think is what it's called. The All Slayer, amazing. Just ignores damage and does like divine damage per hit. I could have that in my offhand, and that's a light weapon. So again, -2 to my penalty to swing, not -4. That's a pretty bad ooch. Other stuff. Star knives, there's some in the game, not anything I care about. Other light stuff like rapiers are considered light weapons, I don't think. We can actually check that real quick, but I don't think they are. Notice I don't have any skill in bows. Not that I want it, but I'm just saying I can't equip any bow and use it. I'm stuck with crossbows. I can get throwing axes, but again, while those are probably light weapons, again, they're ranged weapons. So I can't have a melee weapon in one hand and a ranged weapon in the other, I don't think, anyway. If you can, that's awesome. But yeah, there's nothing else in here that I think of that's light. Yeah, everything else is heavy. The only possibility is maybe rapier. Definitely star knife is, but there's not that many in the game. Short sword is. Light pick, light hammer. And light pick might not even be considered technically light. But the light hammer is, the kukri is, the hand axe should be. So, again, point is, there's a lot of stuff there to decide on. And I haven't tied it down yet. But I do know I want 2-weapon fighting, and that will get me more dodge right off the bat. Other than that, like I said, I do want the greater spell focus. Or I should get it. I shouldn't say that I have to get it. I think I want the... What do I want? Do I want Meta Magic now? I can get the Arcane Strike now, too. For any weapon that I'm wielding, I can assess extra damage, just period. Again, nothing wrong with having it a +1 all the way to a +5 extra damage. Really, it's one of the things that makes us better than fighters, in my opinion. Let's do that. I knew I was going to get Arcane Strike. Let's get some extra damage. It'll go a long way. Spells now. Again, level 4. Remember, this was all so we could get this. That's awesome. And I wanted to grab... what? Probably Shout, because it's a rare spell. Let's actually look at the other ones, because I'm sure I'm missing stuff from other levels. Bear's Endurance, sure. Yeah, that's about it. So, anything up here? Nothing really up here that interests me. I mean, yeah, I'll grab them. I'll slap them all in my spell book. But again, I'm missing Bears and Dirts. Let's just grab it. Be done with it. Boom. And can I get a hell yeah? I know I can. Boom. Now I can go and complete that other quest I was telling you about with that big nasty boss fight, which we will totally do today. I'm chopping this video up weirdly, guys, so if it seems like there was no transition, that's why. I just realized I've been an hour and a half into this one. So hopefully you notice that there's an obvious break, probably right after that fight with the main boss. From here, I don't mind having a vampiric touch on my character. Sounds good to me. I should be making sure that I have made these. Looks like I have. Level 4, Dragon's Breath, we've made that cool one. Control Fireball, did you make another? No, you have not. So do so. How about Phantasmal Killer? Phantasmal Killer, it says you can intensify it, but there's nothing in here that allows you to intensify it. So you can do it. It will be level 5. It won't benefit in any way other than it will be a level 5 casting. And I don't like cheating like that. Same with Shout. Shout is a static amount. Has nothing to do with what level you are. So I'm not going to intensify it even though it says I can. I know it's not true. Wall of Fire is, though, I think. Because it has this here. 2d6 of fire damage plus 1 point per caster level of fire damage. Maximum of 20. So obviously you can go beyond 20. Well, technically you can't. You can't go past level 20 in this game. But technically you also can. Because there's feats that can simulate you having higher caster levels. Normally you're limited to 20. Here's a way to break free from that. So I can technically make this an intensified spell. And I have already done so. So it's already sitting over here. Hell, here's Acidic Spray, and I know I can intensify that, and we'll do so because it's an amazing spell. This is one that 15d6 of damage max, and then does half that damage on the next one if they fail to reflex save the first time. So it's 15d6 and 7d6, and so it cuts it in half, basically. But now, here, it'll be 15d6 jumping up now to full 20d6 at level 20. 20d6 of damage, and again, if they fail their check, 10d6. So that's a 30d6 damage spell technically right now. Possibly. That's pretty awesome. Alright. With that, though, let's do a quick save on that mess and press on. Nice. That made my day. We'll go back home to base. Other stuff to do at base. We need to drop Onslaught off. Where was that at? Oh, below our base. Yeah, big. Yeah, but we need to do that. And let's see, what's the fastest way to here? A day and 12. Quick save it so we don't have to think about it again. Notice something here real quick. Pause it. It says this is the fastest path, and I'm not saying it's not. But notice that again, we haven't gone this way. So here's our chance to finally explore a little bit while we're doing it. And yes, I know we have the real red flag and we should get into our territory quickly so we can address that issue. But it's just probably that Jubilos is done with his quest. His quest did not have a DC check on it, so I'm not particularly worried. We have mature Athites. What the hell are these things? Is that an extra hand? Oh my god, those things are ugly. 3-armed critter. And clearly giants. Ote.
We shall overcome.
Oof, that's got some reach on. Oh, look at that reach on those bastards. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. What do we know about them? Power attack and lunge. Humanoid, chaotic evil, huge strength. Lots of HP. Wow, where the hell do we walk into? And cleave. Oh, this is gonna suck. Alright, anyway. Eliza did what she could. Done.
I still got it.
They're just beating the hell out of me from range, man. You need to back the hell up, Sunshine. Get these guys over here. Dora, you need to get out of that range too, son. And clearly buff up. No. Well, not this one. Thank God they only got like 4 attacks. Juvie. Knock this fool down.
Use of my talents.
Thank you, Jubilost. Thank God you're on the team. Eliza. Some of this mess on top of. You gotta be careful with these because again they have cleave, I saw. And one of the things that cleave does is they can literally hit one target and swing at another one if they kill the target. So you have to be real careful here. But I'm betting these guys don't have immunity to sneak attack. They do not. Awesome. Coming over here. Trying to put ourselves distance between us and mature attack. That's some rough stuff right there, though. I'm gonna be a jerk and bail on my team and just stand just outside the range of this jackass so he gets hurt from my magic thing while the skeletons do the damage. Boy, you know what to do. Eliza, pokey. Pokey, stabby time. Get him, team. Yeah. We're doing damage. How are we doing on killing this guy? Oh, he's dead. Hey, good on you. Alright, Proto-Lich time. Snowball to the face of this doofus. Okay. 29. Nice. There went 6 points of damage from my Magic Heart of Ira necklace. And I'm okay with that being damn near the only thing I do to this guy. He's immune to cold, okay. Or resistant at least to it. Let's see if acid works well. Okay, we're out of skeletons.
Primitives.
Not out of bombs though. Chuck it. Nice. And now we have summon monitors that will come over here and kick me in the ass. Boom. Get him Rapier. That was a mean fight to jump on us. Oof. Oh, and I got my aura on. It's gonna start killing these guys. I have to move this direction. Proto, acid splash.
Hear you cry.
Thank you. It's okay. It's only a minor amount of damage. Little doofuses. But I don't want to get her in it, so I think she's out of it. Oop, dead now.
It's time to act.
Elvira, shut that off.
I'm off.
Loot some corpses. Wow. Got me some leather armor. That was totally worth nearly dying. Oops, looks like we're... Got a 1 exit. Clearly I need to heal up. We do have a healer on the team.
Ready.
So we might as well do that thing. By the way, new spells and such. You need to make sure to keep those updated. That was there, that was there, that was there. Good, good, good. Ooh, we're missing one. This one's not there. There we go. Good, good. Screams there. Buffs there. Okay, we should be okay. Let's actually do that. Heal one more time with the big one on yourself. We'll probably take a knee before too long. I'm not worried about that, but we're trying to keep the time to a minimum for how often we're taking a knee. Oh, let's see. Oh, a gnarly ass fight. Thank God we had skeletons and all kinds of other stuff to unleash on those jackals. That was rough. Anyway, as I was saying, I know we need to come back to our kingdom, but we're going to our kingdom anyway, so I'm not particularly worried about this deadline. There we go. Should be just that Jubilost did his thing. Companions leveled up. Yes, indeed. Remember, we have Problem, which has to be Val or Reg. Then this one here is an opportunity, which can be Jubilos. We might as well just put him on it. He'll be done in 14 days. It's gonna be rough. Alright. Cancel. Where's our town? There it is. Travel. Quick save again.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
I know, buddy. It's rough. Alright. Here we go. We are dropping off the Onslaught armor. Quick save in case I have a weird check with him for some reason. During the armor to you may finish your work. 1 XP. And again, if I was here solo, that'd be a big jump of XP. I'm just saying. Kurgan told me your family didn't treat him very well. Yeah, fuck it. Dragon puffs out his chest and lifts up his chin. Well, that's rather unfair. So what if I frown on him traveling to foreign lands? What good did it bring him anyway? He's got no family, no hearth, no name. He could have been an honest master craftsman, but instead he threw everything away. Why didn't I want to let him throw his life away? Because I cared. This is a private family matter. I'm not going to interfere. I don't agree with him on that one. You're a dick to your brother, man. And I'm sorry, but fuck you. Just because he wanted to go somewhere that you didn't want to be or do something that you don't do? Come on. And I'm not going to do that because I don't want him to go away. I don't need him to make my stuff. So this is a private family matter. I won't interfere. Dragon calms down slowly. Is that so? I was trying to set him straight. What a thankless wretch. He betrayed me. How can you trust anyone at all when your own brother is playing dirty tricks on you? Who robbed you? Whatever. In a hurry, we'll talk later. So we should be done. Yeah. As long as I get the green check mark, I don't give no Fs. Let's talk to Shania real quick just to make sure there ain't something that's going on here.
Arrest.
Please meet you. Nope, nothing. Okay. Have to go. Okay, so what are we going from here? Clearly we need to go back to town. Do I want to scum that thing today?
Get some rest,
I know I do. I need to kick the team out, and it's over here at Lonely Barrow, so we need to come this way anyway, so yeah, let's do that thing. I'll have to check to make sure I have enough time to physically travel there and back. Remember, I'm going solo, so it's a little different. And alright, let's enter this location. Main square, so I can sell stuff. I don't think that we had much to sell, though. Or anything to sell. Oh, I got leather from those 2 doofuses. We'll check our kingdom real quick, see how much time we have before Valerie. I think we only got like 5 days, but that should be more than enough to zip over to the Barrow, do that little fight, and zip on back. Like I said, though, this is going to be a massive XP buff. And with XP share off, if I took me and my Triumvirate with me, it's still going to be a huge bump. It would be enough to put us all up at least probably 2 levels, I'm guessing. For me going solo, I'll go up at least 3. That's how much you're going to get from this stuff. I mean, like I said, this is going to be a huge boon to fighting this doofus. And I have everything that I need to do so. All I need to do is make sure that I have enough carrying capacity that I can carry stuff back. So clearly we're overweight. As you can see, this is my solo strength. I may want to ditch some stuff here in the kingdom before I leave. Anyone need an X belt? The girls here could get it. Nope, nope, nope. Reg. Better than nothing. Little armor bump for you, bro. Alright, we're going over here. We'll also take a quick check of my journal to make sure that I'm not missing something. Also, I need to make sure I have invisibility potions. Plenty. 1 or 2 of those is all I need, and the ability to teleport, which is, you saw me change in my book twice. Once in, once out. You're invisible when you go in. You start the little cutscene, activate your necklace, and I'll just stand there. That's all that's going to happen. He's just straight up going to die. Unless they've patched it. Which they haven't, like a few months ago when I did this, the other LP I had that failed. I was able to do it successfully before my kingdom started to fail horribly. So
I'm there.
let's go here. Quick journal check. Anything going on that's weird? Onslaught's back on track. He just needs to restore it. And again, he's now officially done. We've done everything we needed for Dragon. He'll take a while, and we need certain stats for him to bring it to us. That's okay. Kingdom of the Clans, we're done there. We're waiting for the Sweet Teeth to come back. Beneath the Stolen Lands, we're waiting for them to call us. Amusement of the Nobles, waiting for the Council to convene. There's no time limit on that. They'll just show up and talk to us and say, hey, things and weird stuff. That basically they're investigating the exploding body when the monster showed up thing. We have plenty of days for the next curse, and this is just kingdom stuff. We're waiting for Nazriel's creation thing to pop, where we can go and get the sword, the cursed sword. It's actually a funny story on that one. We're waiting on her. Again, we have till the 29th for that. 5 days, and again, she's got that. I'm going to take a quick knee, so I need to clearly rest and get my spells back. But yeah, we're golden right now. This is going to be an amazing fight. You guys are going to love this. So hopefully I don't get jumped. And again, I'm going to show you a quick trick here before I leave. So you remember, we have stuff that we can put away. Remember, we have certain gear that can help us when we're in our travels. One, let's actually split this. I don't need to take 8 with me if it's me going by myself. I can literally pack away 7. Is there anything else that was showed up by the way? This is coming with me so I can wear that while we're trying to camp if I need to camp. Poof. I'm immune to blindness and dazzling, and I got a +10 to my stealth. I can stealth, camped, no one's cooking, no one's hunting, and I have 1 ration, so I can rest 1 time. See that? That's all I need is 1 rest to get all my stuff back. If I even need to do that, and I don't think I do. We're still overweight, and all the stuff that we're going to pick up from this doofus is going to make me even more overweight. So I want to make sure that we drop stuff off here. That's going to lighten my load. If there's anything that seems... anything that seems like it's going to be too many of them carried with me. Like I don't need all these scrolls or all these books or whatever. I can feel free to start dropping stuff for the time being. That demolisher, we're not using it, so let's just put it here. I have a rapier that I need to give somebody. Matter of fact, let's do that now before I forget. Where are you, Rich? Again, remember, just because he's a strength-based character doesn't mean he can't use this effectively. Still getting his damage bonus from it. It's got a nice +1 on it, and it's keen, so he can crit fish with that thing better than he can the scimitar. So technically speaking, this is his new favorite weapon. He looks stupid with it, but whatever. Okay, we're good there. Oh, I wanted that dagger. Sorry. Need to think about stuff while we're doing these. Who's got my dagger? Is it you? It's Arcane Protector. That's mine now. And the reason for that feat that we picked was so I could literally use this. Look at my armor class go up. Arcane Protector, +3. +3. Not here, because flat-footed we get screwed again. The whole goal is to not get flat-footed. Yes, I'm at a -2 to my swing. See the other -2? Same over here. -2. It would be a -4 if it wasn't a light weapon. Okay? I did want to check to see if the rapiers are light. I don't think they are. Just one-handed. Nope. So it isn't. So again, you can have a rapier in one hand and like a short sword or a dagger in the other, or a kukri, for instance. It's light. Again, you see it in the upper right corner where it says light. You know you're fine. Scimitars are not light. Rapiers are not light. Basically, if it's a typical looking type of sword. Short swords are, though. And punching daggers are. Oh, by the way, it looks like we have spells that we can scribe. So first, let's check me. I'm good. Her. She's good. Now here's Octavia. Might as well do this before I forget. She has Frigid Touch. Sure, why not? Wall of Fire. Sure, go ahead, kid. That looks like it. Alright. So we're good? We're good. Shield of Faith? Nah. Grease? No. But, where's my... like so. And again, I have other stuff here on my person that's back here. That's heavy. If I want to try to lighten the load, I should definitely dump it right now, just to give me some space. So probably best to say wait. Descending order. Big hog and 50 pounds or 25 pounds of acid flask. You can have all those. Same with the alchemist fire. We're not carrying that crap. And that right there was probably enough to do what I need to. We're probably not going to use the cure modders. I'm not going to make myself larger. And again, we're now into the point where I'm basically as light as I can be. I'm not going to use those. I'm not going to remove any curses. I'm okay with this. At that point, I'd like literally filled my full slot there. I'm in the zeros. So we're doing good. So let's leave. And again, if I wanted to force level someone up with me, take a teammate. They don't have to teleport over with you, but they have to be in the same screen. So that's a thing, I think. Or at the very least they have to be invisible. So park them in the corner of the damn dungeon where this guy's at. Invisible, not doing anything. And I'll be in there with my little radiant necklace on. Invisible as well, and just nuking his ass. So you could do that. So 2 people could level up really, really good here. 3 people even, really, really good here. Just shut XP share off. And if you don't shut off XP share, by the way, I've done this before where the whole team gets credit. It's still a decent amount. Like, it's worth doing at such an early level like this. I know it's cheating, but it's in the game. And just because I didn't think that people would do it doesn't mean that you shouldn't. So, I'm all for it. So here we are. Easy peasy. Got there with no problems. This whole map is already dead. We've cleared it ourselves. The only thing left is that one guy. We haven't even found the key to start looking for all the monsters that we need to beat this bastard. And we left stuff behind here. How did that happen? Oh, it's probably the overweight crap. Yeah, I'm not taking that back. Well, unless we have room, but screw that. We're going to the tomb. Come on down. And yes, I could buff up. Yes, I could do all kinds of other stuff. It is literally nothing more than the teleport twice, which I always usually leave in the corner. The teleport twice, the 1 or 2 at least, just to have a backup just in case something happens. Invisibility potions, not vanish, that's not good enough, and not greater invis because they don't last long enough. So yeah, this is just straight up garbage. So literally, you just chug in a potion, teleport over, cue the scene, kick on your necklace, and just stand there, watch his health bleed down 2 to 12 points every time. He's not immune to that magic, and he will not attack you. So, unless maybe the turn-based mod screws this up, which is entirely possible, chugga over here so you can see where you're teleporting to. Doesn't matter which one you select because, again, there's no team, so... That working so far. Now, there is a knowledge check. I should have pointed that out. So this is something else that you'd almost want to have on your tune. Just so happened that I have it. But there might even be like a lore check for like religion. I'm not sure. But it is important that you get it, so that's kind of nice. Farnaris the Pensive, the figure clad in tattered scraps of clothes, slowly turns toward you and takes a few shuffling steps in your direction. From under the ragged pieces of cloth once undoubtedly bright and rich, the face of a dead man barely covered with flesh stares back at you. His eye sockets glow with a terrifying pale light. I can't believe it. So finally someone fell for the letter. I admit it was a weak plan, but I had so little time to invent it. Knowledge Arcana. So you're a Lich? Such remarkable powers of observation. Are you Farnaris? It seems I hear notes of uncertainty in your voice, brave adventurer. Am I wrong? Yes, I am Farnaris the Pensive. Our acquaintance won't last long, but nevertheless I'm happy to meet you. In your letter you begged for help. Of course I did. People tend to become less vigilant when someone is humbly begging their aid. They mistake the begging for weakness. Just think about it. How many would have come to the aid if I started my letter? Dear sir, the almighty Lich, locked in a magic prison, desperately wants to break free. Who imprisoned you here? One extremely annoying creature, one I'll have to get rid of. Right after I deal with you.
One with the shadows.
Okay. Now, don't click on them. Activate your necklace. Inch your happy butt just the tiniest bit closer until you see him taking damage. And now we just stand here. You keep an eye on your invisibility to see how many minutes you have left. If he ain't dead when it comes down to like your last 30 seconds, activate another potion of invisibility. That's why I put 2 in my bar. But he'll probably die before this, because it's 2 to 12 every round. That's every 6 seconds. So we have many seconds, many rounds before he straight up dies. Like 20 more. So, and you can pause, I think, but it doesn't show you his health. That's the only downside, because he's not in combat. So, working just as intended, just like always. Just a beautiful mechanic, and I'm real happy that Mithrils, who by the way has his own YouTube channel, I don't know if he's still putting stuff out there, but he's the one that showed it to me. He doesn't talk, so maybe you'll like him better than me. Feel free to explore his channel. He's the one that showed this, and he did it on a sorcerer build, of all things. Showed that he could solo the game on a sorcerer build, which I thought was just epic. He did 2 different builds, by the way. One was a Eldritch Knight, which is awesome, and the other was, I think, a pure sorcerer. So, again, can be done any number of ways with weapons and stuff. He just metagame the shit out of it by finding where the gear was, what he could have, what he needed to like break every little encounter. And he specialized, in my opinion, the best part, he specialized in the ability to have all his, take a knee, rest, start an entire map, beat the map with all the spells he had at his disposal, and not rest once. Like he would herd animals together. He can't do this obviously on the turn-based, but he would herd animals together and just AoE the shit out of them with like fireballs and whatever he needed to do, just to like nuke that guy, nuke that guy, nuke that guy, and just boom, dead animals, boom, dead bad guys, boom, just hit him with this. Sirocco, he did, since he was a wizard, or sorcerer, excuse me, he had access to spells that I'll never have. Where's my invisibility? Doing okay. He had access to spells that I'll never have. And those spells, like the Caustic Eruption, again, amazing ways to just straight up screw a guy. Alright, now I'm getting real low here. See, 27. Let's let it tick 2 more times and then I'll drink my potion. 1. 21 seconds left. Okay, and at this point, I don't trust that we'll have enough time to kill him. We only have like 1 or 2 more ticks on us, and then he fights us, and he is a prick, and he summons bad guys. So just drink another potion. And again, refreshes itself. We're back up to 3 more minutes of just watching him die. And he will die. So I'm not remotely worried at this point. So, free loot on his body, massive XP surge, as well as loot up in one of the corners, I want to say. You're going to really enjoy the kit and caboodle that he leaves behind. And it's like almost literally the perfect reason to do this, is because the stuff he gives you is the stuff you would really want to have early in the game for like your, obviously because it's epic gear, but stuff that any wizard worth their salt would be like, I totally want that hat. It's the hat of +8 everything. You know you want to put that, and it even looks like a goddamn wizard's hat. It friggin' looks perfect on your character if you pick the right picture. So it is pretty baller. Some of the other gear though, like I said, the magic weapons may not be your cup of tea as a wizard, but so what? Your teammates can use them. That great axe alone will be something that I know I'll be handing to Amiri and watching her just beat shit to death with it. It does like a +9, I think, extra damage per swing. Doesn't have to be critted, just on a normal swing. Just poof, add extra 9 damage to it. Just blop, blop, blop. Stuff just starts dying. It's real pretty. There's belt, I think, in here. I know there's another weapon in here, the Dueling Sword, that if you went Sword Saint as a Dueling Sword person, you're going to love the one I'm going to show you. It'll be the Dueling Sword you use probably till the end of time, because it's the only Dueling Sword that normally has a crit range of 19 and 20, which is good, just very similar to my longsword. It's the only one that has a natural crit range of 18, 19, 20. Why did I say natural? Because that means if you put it as a keen weapon with your magic ability, which I have, that's this guy right here, the Arcane Weapon Keen, I can turn that weapon into a crit range of 15 to 20. That's a 30% chance per swing that you'll crit a target. So just saying. It's pretty awesome. Notice, he still ain't dead, and I'm getting down here in minutes. But remember, we already put another one over here just in case. taking solid damage though, man. I don't know how much he's got left in him, but he's definitely going to be screwed here before too long. If this gets down to like 10 seconds, I may have to actually... Nope, don't have to.